It's okay, I'm just doing this, 2 months after getting tagged. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to be doing the book acquiring tag. I was tagged by Andrew Specifically Reads like 2 months ago, and just now realized it because I've been super behind in booktube videos and just happened to see this one. I'm like, oh crap, I was tagged in this. And I haven't really done a ton of tags lately for a while now, so I figured though this would be a good one. And just talking about books and acquiring books, both which are things that I'm passionate about, probably for different reasons. So let's jump in. I will link the original tag for this and Andrew's video as well down below, but we'll jump into the questions. So the first one is, do you plan your book purchases ahead or impulse buy? So there are definitely times I'm looking for certain books, planning on it if I'm like collecting a series or whatnot, but for the most part, most of the books I end up buying are either like I went into half-price books and just picked something up because it looked interesting, or went on Book Outlet, and with Book Outlet it's usually like, oh, I want this specific book, but now I gotta get the free shipping, that kind of thing. So it's probably more impulse buying where I'm just kind of grabbing stuff like that, but of course, if there's some specific books I'm looking for, that is definitely in the latter though, when I'm actually looking for specific books. A lot of it I end up just getting lucky and finding, or just coming across, is kind of how that usually goes. Number 2, how do you decide what books to buy? The big cover is a really big thing. Cover and design, because it has to draw my eye and look interesting. That could be a good thing or a bad thing if I'm like, what the heck is this? Or I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. But anyway, it needs to draw my eye usually if I'm physically shopping, or even on like online. If I'm just scrolling through books I don't know, I'm going to decide to click on it based on cover and design and kind of how that looks, maybe title if I don't know who the author is. So those things are really important as well. If I'm not sure on something, like, I'll read the summary, maybe look up go to Goodreads and check some kind of reviews and just see what people are saying. Random Goodreads reviews, I don't put a lot of stock into. I just more look for things like, are they mentioning things I know I like or know I don't like? Whether or not their review is positive or negative is something I find really helpful, because sometimes I'll see like a 5-star review and they're like, oh my gosh, I loved this, this, and that. And I'm like, oh, I don't like those things. Not for me. So that's definitely something that I look at as well. And then, of course, BookTube in general and Discord has been responsible for a lot of books that I've gotten, and just introducing me to a lot of things. So if I've heard a lot about something because either a channel I like has mentioned it, or my Discord, any of my friends there have mentioned it, that also will make me a lot more likely to pick up a book if I come across it. And I don't usually dig into a ton because I like going in blind to most books and not knowing a ton of what's gonna go on. So a lot of that is just, word of mouth is important too, definitely, for sure. Number 3, what is your philosophy on where you shop? Online versus in-person, large versus small, physical, digital, or audio, new, used, etc. So I like physically shopping for books. I really like to go to my half-price books. I get to the point sometimes where if I go there too often, I know everything that's there and I'm just scanning for new stuff. I'll even, if I'm around like a Barnes & Noble or a new store like that too, I will go in. There's an indie bookstore near me that I didn't know existed for a while, and it's in like a weird part of downtown where I live, and so I don't get there a ton, but I like to go there too. I don't like paying full price for books if I can avoid it, because books are expensive, and especially if it's something I'm like collecting, or like a series I really want, or an author I really like, I'm gonna buy it. But I buy a lot of books that I'm buying them to try them, and so I try to get deals where I can. So that's where like half-price books or Book Outlet for online shopping on Book Outlet are really common. I do use Amazon. I know Amazon sucks and everybody hates Amazon, but it's the cheapest convenient way, and unfortunately that is what it is. If I'm going to pay full price, I'd rather go to like an indie store than like a Barnes & Noble, but it just depends. I will go there. I do buy the vast majority of my books used when they're random buys. That's usually what I will do. Or if like I happen to find a book I really want used, I definitely will go there too. If I'm looking for specific things, specific authors, then I'll buy new if I can, but it just depends. Like for example, I've been trying to track down the Wars of Light and Shadow books, hardcovers. You can't get those new, and so there's a lot of books like that too. I like to read a lot of older stuff that new isn't really an option, so I do that a lot as well. I'm primarily physical still. I have grown to accept both audio and ebooks, because I finally got a Kindle and I'm like, this is pretty convenient, especially for traveling or sometimes laying in bed reading, which I do a lot too. I'll do that. So I've used the Kindle more than I ever thought I would, and then I'm finally getting to the point where I'm doing audio more than I thought I would. I've been doing it for Wheel of Time, something I've read a million times, I know, which is good, but I've also started determining that there are some books, some narrators that I'm like, it does add something doing audio, so I've used that more too. But physical is my favorite, but I've embraced the different kinds of reads, which surprised me, because I always stuck very hard to physical, for sure. What about little free libraries? What do you think about them? Have you used one? Why or why not? So that was the thing I didn't even realize was a thing for a while, but there's one like near my neighborhood, and I've seen others, and so like I'll look, but it's been rare that I've found anything I'm interested in. I have definitely left some books, and there were a couple times I had like some extra copies of books, and a couple like weren't in the best condition, and so I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm not gonna like try and sell it for any profits. I'll put it there if somebody wants it, and if not, it'll get thrown away. I've done that, or just put like if I have extra copies, or I have books that where I'm like, I'm not really a fan of this, but I know this is popular. Some people might like it. I've done that a few times, but it's not like a normal thing. Like if there are people around me who were constantly putting stuff in that I was interested in, I do the whole take a book, leave a book thing, but have not had that experience. How do you feel after acquiring a book? Do you share like in a book haul or diary? Yeah, I do book haul videos. Usually I wait until I have enough books that I've bought to do a book haul video. I had a book haul shelf that I turned into my MBR shelf. So right now I ended up getting a tote that I put my unhaul pile in, and right now my book haul pile, stuff I have not done a video on yet, is on top. It's at the point where I need to do one, because I had not bought a lot of books for a while, but then I went to Half Price Books a couple of times. Then I got an order from Book Outlet, and then Andrew sent me some books, and then I was specifically trying to find some books, like I said, Wars, Light, and Shadows specifically, and I have a couple of other books people have sent me, and then Prime Day came and some books went on sale, so yeah, there'll be a book haul video soon. Because I need to do one, because I definitely have enough books now for it. I'll post in Discord sometimes too, but usually I try and save it for book haul videos, because I know people like those. They're very easy videos to make. It's just me talking about what I got, but people enjoy them, so I try to save a lot for those. Number 6, how do you feel looking at your books that haven't been read? Does it matter if if it's currently a lot or a little? Like, oh, it's a lot. When I look at all the books I still need to read, it can be a little overwhelming at points, because I used to, back in the day, I owned very few physical books. Even like when I first started my channel, I only had like two bookshelves, but like these two were both, like the ones over here were both added. Later, I've not had this one in an extended period of time. I had an old bookshelf that I still use as kind of an overflow now. But I started buying a lot more physical books when I, got on BookTube and started finding out more about things. Before, I would just kind of buy things here and there, used when I found them, and then just buy books that I really liked or was reading, like Wheel of Time, my collection I got. But like the Malazan books, I bought those as I read them. I would just pick up the next one or two, things like that. So I used to do that a lot. Now I have a ton, because I found out about a ton, and I live near more bookstores now. I used to live nowhere near, so it was like not a normal thing I could go. I'd be really lucky if I found anything, and I order online. Like I found out about Book Outlet, which is responsible for a lot of my books as well. So there's a lot. I know I need to read them. I am working on it, and that's why I even put like a whole selection of stuff that I specifically want to pick from, even though I'm not doing official TBRs right now. I've been doing that as well. So yeah, I'll get there. Might die first, but I'll get there. I'm working on, that's where, until recently, I'd been doing really good about not buying more until I get rid of more, because I need to actually read more of the stuff I have and stop buying new stuff. But there's so much other stuff. Number 7, how do you decide what number of unread books is the right amount? Insert "the limit does not exist" meme. But really, it's just like when I run out of room, and I literally have no room, and like my overflow shelf is overflowing, that's usually when I'm like, okay, I need to get rid of some stuff. So I've done it a few times where I've just done a culling of like stuff I've had for a while, and so I still have some books that I've had for a long time and haven't read. like just a lot of old mass market paperbacks. I got rid of a lot of them I didn't think I would read, and then I've tried to focus, and I haven't done a very good job, but I'm trying to focus on starting series that I have multiple books in, so that if I don't end up liking them, I can get rid of multiple books at once, because I have a bad habit of getting the whole series, or multiple books at least, before even trying it. So yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. Number 8, do you have a TBR game or process for reading them? So I did TBRs for a while, and I would specifically pick out things, and I just kind of stopped because I was always behind due to buddy reads, other things, and so I've changed more to an NBR, and I've mentioned already in this video, I have a little shelf that's over in the other corner, where it's a 3 shelf, and the top 2 are stuff specifically that I want to pick on. So a lot of it, like I said, series I need to start or continue, that kind of thing. So I've switched more to just doing that, and it just depends, because like usually buddy reads or if authors send me book, those take priority, and so that's really what slowed me down. I had a lot of authors send me stuff the last couple months, and got stuff from a publisher too. And so that's really slowed me down, plus the buddy reads. And so otherwise, I just kind of try to see, what do I feel like reading? And occasionally I'll pick up a book and I'm like, I'm not feeling this, I'll try something else. So I'm working on it, but I haven't narrowed it. I did a video talking about all the things I'm trying to get to at some point. Number 9, do you have a book buying problem? I feel like all of my answers so far have made it very clear that I do. If so, what is the nature of it, and can it be adjusted? I mean, really, the secret is to just not go to the bookstore, not look at Book Outlet, not really look around for books. It's really hard when you're on BookTube and in a Discord with a bunch of people who are big book people too. So that's been kind of the thing, is I'm constantly being exposed to new books or talking about them, and so if I just kind of don't do it, I'm generally fine and focused. So like I'll go through spurts where I'm pretty good and spurts where I'm pretty bad, and recently I got a lot, but granted, like I said, I tend to be thrifty. I get things cheaply when I can, and so that definitely helps. But yeah, I do need to slow down. I bought a lot of books recently because I needed specific books and series, or they were cheap and on sale, and so I'm trying to slow back down now because I am once again pretty much out of room and need to fix that. Alright, so number 10 is tagging people. Yes, so I've always been bad about tagging people, but I specifically made sure I'm going to tag some people in this one. So first, I'm going to tag books with Benghis Khan, because he just started his channel. So check it out. We'll find out how he acquires books. And then I will also tag Jesse the Sleepy Koala and Kay's Hidden Shelf, 2 other channels that I enjoy as well. And I don't think either one of them has done this. Hopefully I'm not wrong about that. Otherwise, I didn't research as well as I thought I did. But I wrote this out a while before actually filming it too, so it's possible I'm wrong, but those are the 3 people that I am going to tag. So hopefully I'll see them do this, and as well, if you are watching this and want to do it, go for it. It's really totally fine to just do a tag without actually being tagged, in my opinion, so it's all good. That's it for this one, though. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description for the Wizardly Duo Discord if you want to chat books. Whether any of the books I mentioned here, any other books, or really anything at all, it is a lot of fun, and we would love to have you. Of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.